Test, test, test. Okay, got audio here. Hey, Crafty. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, sorry, I forgot to reply the chat there on Discord. Was a bit busy because while the exam is done, I still have another assignment tomorrow for the theater. So yeah. Anyway, I will explain about the new system during this stream. Yeah. Right. I need to, as usual, check up a few things before start streaming. Wonder. Okay, just show up on the chat here. Hi Nikki, welcome to the stream. How are you? Doing fine. Just finished the final exam, so I still have one more assignment tomorrow for a theater project. So yeah, just one more thing and it should be done. It should be, yeah, the study is done, but I'm dreading about the result because there are a few issues this semester. So well, I was hoping that the grade will be good enough for me to pass, but I don't know, maybe I'm just a bit, negative about this, but pretty sure I'll get a good enough grade. Good enough. I've been working on shader node all day. Feel extremely tired about what's going on with the world right now. I would love to see that. Yeah, there's one thing that I like to do is to not really care much about the world. The world is awful, it is what it is, I just move on. And to avoid getting stressed, I try to avoid all sort of news and things like that. So I don't get influenced with the news and stuff. Oh yeah, I'll start talking, but I haven't started the stream. But yeah, let's start the stream. Hi Kainemis, welcome to the stream. Yeah, you better take care of yourself first before worrying about all the things that happen in the world. Trying to move on was kind of a bit concerning for my life still. Yeah, it's not easy, even for me. Have you seen the new Street Fighter trailer? No, I haven't seen that one before. And also, I'm not really into the fighting games. So yeah, I mean the last fighting game I tried plays Tekken on PlayStation 2, but I got beat up a lot in that game, so I stopped playing that. Yeah, it's mostly because I'm not really fit for the game. I mean, you need to know all the buttons and the combos and stuff like that. So yeah. Oh, the movie. No, I don't know about that one. I mean, the only thing I know is the what is it? The new update for Expedition 33, but that's it. Don't really know much about that one. And yeah, just like before, I'm not really into fighting game and stuff. So yeah. Well, anyway, let's start the stream properly now. Hello, welcome to another weekly stream, and well, today I'll be working on some projects because it's been a while since I work on any render project, and lately during the exam I've been working a lot on entertainer rig on the side after doing all the exam and stuff. So yeah, you seem like a fighter. No. Well, technically yes, but also no. I mean, I've been in some fights during like elementary and high school, but I always be the one that got beat up. So so I fought before, but I'm not a fighter. If I could, I would just run away from a fight because I don't know. It's not worth it. Who are you? Yeah, it's just part of my childhood, getting bullied by people. So yeah, he ran from a fight. No, I would run from a fight, but most of the time I don't because I always be the one that got jumped. Yeah, memories. Anyway, let's move to the second one space. KO. Yeah. Alright. I want to show the progress on entertainer rig because there's a lot of progress now. I would say that you probably like 60 or 70% done with the rig. So here's the current stuff that is done on entertainer rig. As you can see, we have the rig presets. So we had the default presets as usual and the Takai, and there's also the updated Anthrocanid preset, and this one is will be available for free on the base content alongside this new preset. Let me import this. So this is I think I showed it before, but this is a simple preset that aims to give you like the the Minecraft promo style character rig. Oh yeah, and it has 2D facial rig, so that's nice. Oh, I forgot to disable the point shape here, so it's selectable. I'll fix that later. So yeah, here's the simple preset, and then there's this new Anthropheline preset, which is basically the same as the Canid one, except for this one has a custom snout rig that is shorter to fit the more cat-like character, but still works the same as the Anthrocanid. Oh yeah, so the Anthrocanid, the simple preset, and the default will be available for free for base content, while the feline and the Takai will be available for the extra content. And then there's the rig component, previously called rig modules, but because there's new category for it, so I now call it rig components. This is basically rig parts that you can import to a scene for building custom rig. So let's say you have like a custom model, you want to rig it, but you don't want to build everything from scratch. You could just import the components here, like the leg, the arm, etc., and start building. I will make a tutorial on this once the rig is released. And then there's this, the rig modules. This is a new thing that I added that is originally planned for MCS2, but just like the feline preset, I don't have time to finish it, so I ended up scrapping it. So the idea is that you can use each of these module on another rig. Like I don't have the let me install the add-on first. So let's say that you have another rig that you want to use, like for example, I need to install where's the latest? I think this is the latest. Okay, hold on. Ice Cube, there you go. So let's say you like Ice Cube rig, but you want the facial rig from entertainer rig. Well, that's easy. Just disable the facial rig or just delete them if you know what you're doing. Like so. Then you import the module and then just, well, you know, parent it to the rig. So let's see, let's select this, parent to the bone, and now this new this module now follows the Ice Cube rig. Now you definitely need to do a lot better work than this, like disabling all of these additional panels and stuff. But yeah, that's the basic idea. You can use parts of entertainer rig on another rig, like so. There's also other modules like a 2D facial module here, and this one has the 2D facial. If you want to add that to another rig or whatever stuff you want to have face, then there's the snout, and then the wrinkle. This one is actually originally an add-on for a Hendrik facial rig. I finally finished updating it. I will make a tutorial for all of this. But yeah, then there's also the updated shaders. This is just the base shaders. I haven't updated the one from the Hendrik MCS2 extra content. But yeah, these are the new stuff that I finished on MCS3. Next thing I will need to do is to finish updating all the materials on the on MCS2 extra content, and then updating the cosmetic content, the cosmetic assets. After that, well, it's release preparation. You know, like building the release video, the new website, and then the updated wiki, and then the rig is released. Yay! Alright, so that's about it for the entertainer rig. Now let's start working on the project. It's another pose experiment thing where I took a picture. I usually take it from Pinterest and then try to recreate the pose. And this might look simple, but as usual, it ended up not being that simple. Like trying to match up the shot and the pose is quite difficult, but since I have experience from working on other pose experiment, I already know that I don't have to do the pose like one by one, like the one on the image. I could just break the pose just to make sure that it looks good on the camera, but as you can see, it should be on the floor here, the hand, but on the render it looks just fine like this, so I keep it that way. Don't like this. Lol. I still have a bunch of poses that I really want to make, and this is just one of them. And some image that I have are, well, that's for another time. Anyway, I'm gonna reload the file just in case. All right, I need to adjust that, and it should be set. Now I can start working on the lighting. Need to enable transparency, and then let's start with the key light. From the image, it seems like the lighting comes from this, the main lighting. So let's add, let's see, light, area light. Let's scale it to 0.5. Like so. There we go. And then let's duplicate that. Move it downward like so. I want to light the trousers part, as well as the lower body. And I want to adjust the lighting here so not completely lighting the whole body, instead it's only like partially. Like so. All right. And then I'm gonna duplicate this again. Alt S. Scale again, because I don't want it to be like too bright. Just want to add some highlight here on the back here. Duplicate, Alt S, scale to 5. This one will be the fill light to keep the sides from being too dark. Alright, there's a bit of this thing. Let's see, where does this come from? Ah, it's from here. Either that or this. Okay, it's the main light. There we go. Okay, need to make sure it's not like so. There you go, much better. And I think I'm gonna move this higher, so like so. And then let's see. Let's start adding the details. I want to make the face here a bit brighter. Like so. And duplicate this, make it weaker. of it here. How about if I put it here to light up the shoe? Ah, I kind of like it actually, that it lights up this side of the body. How about if I make it like this? Okay. Duplicate another light. This one for the hair. There you go. A bit of edge highlight. And I think this is good enough for now. Let's try to do the compositing. Oh yeah, let's disable the background image. Oh yeah, before that, we need to save incremental. Alright. As usual, I need to add a contrast node. I'm gonna be using a custom contrast node from one of my project. CNG contrast. There we go. CNG contrast. Then use the new node here to adjust the stuff like color and stuff like that. Okay. And then another node I usually use is a color correction. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot. Exposure node. Okay. Okay. Let's split the view here. So we have the overall view. Then we have the view that we can see up close on the character. This is just a post experiment, so I'm not gonna do like a super crazy lighting. Just want to get the render done. Okay, that. I need a saturation. No, not that node. I need a hue saturation node. Like so. 1.6 I think is a good value, but then I need to desaturate the skin here because this character needs to have a very like white skin like a ghost, because that's kind of like the trait. All right, I need to add a hue saturation on this one as well, so I can reduce the saturation there. Maybe like 0.6. There you go. And then Let's see, shading. I feel like this the tie is not that saturated, so not that one again. I pulled the wrong note. Wait, what is this? I have no idea what that does. Right, increase saturation doesn't seem to do anything. Maybe that's just the max color. Right, this is as red as it can be. Right, back to compositing. Let's experiment with the setting here. Color boost. Interesting. Let's see. I do quite like it. I do quite like it. But then I need to readjust the color here. Yeah. So I feel like it's a bit too pale here. So let's add that. Much better. Clarity. Oh, it's increasing the highlight there. Want to add just a bit. 0.05. Then detail. It's like the edge highlight thing. Let's reduce this and add a faint amount of this. There we go. And then I'm gonna adjust the color correction. So we changed the module to rig components. What about rig module? Well, I explained it before. Gonna save this. Layout. So rig components are rig parts that you can use to build your own custom rig, while rig module is more like it's more like presets but on individual rig parts. So it's a 3D. Technically, it should be called 3D facial preset, but because there's this thing, I decided to make it its own category called rig modules. So it's kind of like a rig preset, where it's a finished built rig that you can just import and use immediately. Meanwhile, rig components, well, as the name says, it's just components. You can't use it as it by its own. You need to build the rig. The audio is a bit delayed. Test. Okay. Should be called as rig sample instead of rig component. Well, could, but I kind of like the component name because it sounded like it's something that you use to build something, while rig sample, it's more like something that you immediately use instead of rig parts, something like that. All right, let's continue. Adjusting this seems to increase the red on the tie there, something that I want. Let's adjust each of these. Ah, there we go. Finally. Just a bit, so the tie is a lot more visible. So maybe like 1.4. This one makes it darker. I think this is good enough for now. Option arrange. There you go. Alright, I need to render this. Nice, and another bot here. There we go. Oh, it is a suspicious user tagged by Twitch there. Alright, let me delete this message first. It's also mean as parts like limb, body, head. Well, I could also call it that rig parts. Okay, I need to render this. Render image. Where is it? Render result. There we go. Wow, the the raw render is very desaturated there. Almost black and white. If I call it as that, I think it's cloud rig. Rig samples. Ah, yeah, I remember now. So, I don't know. Just don't feel like it fits the name. I don't know. Just really like calling it rig components instead of rig samples. So it could be called rig samples because it's a sample rig that you could try to build your own. I don't know. I'm gonna change the background music here. It's still the same playlist, but a different one. There you go. Much calmer. Component is kind of long name, long word. Well, I don't know. It doesn't really matter, I think, here. We have rig presets, rig modules, rig components, and well, I should update the name here so I still have the module name. But yeah, each component doesn't have any like component in the end of the name, so it should be fine. Same with this, I think I should update this for the name. I don't know. If I gonna add the category on the name, like root component or setting component, maybe I should change it to something else. like as you said before, samples or what is it? Just another thing I think you say. Okay, just sample. Sample rig, you boot your own rig, I think. Yeah. Hello, Hello, Fast Arcade. Welcome to the stream. Hi, how is it going? Doing great. Thank you for asking and joining this stream. Anyway, let's see. I think it looks good. Good enough, though I think the backside is a bit too bright. So let's adjust that. I want to add a bit of highlight, but not that much. Just so the back side is could clearly see the back hair here, because without this it's a bit flat. And I want to add a bit of this, but I don't want it to be too how do I say it? Obtrusive? Obtrusive? I think I said obtrusive. Yeah. And then if possible, I also want to make it darker here. But this light makes it brighter. Maybe if I move it downward. Or I could just use a light linking. LG. No head. Alright. I just need to select all the head object here. At least the one that get influenced by the light. And select this, move it here, and set this as disabled. There you go. Alright, now as it's darker, you can clearly see the separation here. Got the front, then the sides. Maybe now I can increase this a bit more. Yeah. If you make a rig like an arm, or use it later, you made a part of it. You made the rig as part of sample, as part of the rig that's called arm. If you rig a head, use it later, you made part of that, or sample, use it later. Okay. I don't know. I will think about it. But right now it's called components. Or maybe I could change the rig module into rig components, and the components to rig sample. How about that? Is it a good naming? Like this is a rig samples for building custom rig. It is rig components that you use with other rig. Then rig presets that you can use immediately for making custom character. Alright, let's see. I think this is good enough for the lighting here. I'm gonna need to re-render this. And besides, I will do the additional color thing in game after render. when you call it components, as you treat it as a technical thing. But components were often used on technology stuff or like software components, like PC part components. Well, rig is also a tech, right? Rig tech, rigging technology. It's a computer thing. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, the rig is still in development, so things might change. There you go. Render is done. Let's check. I think this looks good. Though this thing looks a bit yellowish or grayish. Feels a bit blue. But if that's the case, then I will need to update the texture here, because this is a thing with the texture, not with the compositing and stuff like that. But alrighty, I will then need to update the tie texture, make the dot color white instead of grayish. Then I would like to open the file, open with game. There we go. I think low. Yeah, I'll think about it. All right, open it. I want to test texture. Now let's make it lighter. Like so. So I feel that this one is a bit too light. Yeah, like this. I'm not gonna do everything. Oops. Instead, I'm gonna do it in chunks. I could that copy and paste to the other part. Like so. Then I'm just gonna grab this, copy paste, move it here, merge down, copy paste, paste. There you go. Export this. Gonna put it on the project file, or project folder. Export that. There you go. Now I just need to change the texture here. There you go. Yeah, it's much better now. Let's do a render. I made the eye shader way to advance some stress on what to do. Well, make it simple, or well, you know my answer. Make it simple, or no, I don't think that would be good. It still makes it too advanced. Like you separate it into parts instead of one big node. You make a like this is this part and this is that part, and then you combine it into a node group. Especially since now Blender has the new menu switch, it will make switching on settings easier, so you don't have to use like integer slider like before. But the best is to keep it simple and make different versions of it. So you have like the gradient shader, then the regular shader, and then the texture shader, etc. You can do that. Don't have to make it advanced. Yeah. I mean, just make what you need first. Like, if you want the eyes to have like gradient, then make it gradient shader. Don't worry about the other settings. That one is for when you need it. And you can make it as a separate shader that you can use to replace the old one. Alright, render is done. It looks still feel like a bit bluish, but I don't know. I feel like it's a bit better now. So I feel like it's a bit too. Now the attention is too drawn into the the tie here. If I use this one, not as much. Like when you see the character, the thing that gets you drawn is the face and then the tie here. I don't really want that. I want it to be drawn to mostly like the whole torso body. And the ties really make it like, look at this, look at this. So yeah. There's a bit of this what is it, subsurface thing called? But there's no subsurface. Or maybe it's just rendering artifacts here. You can see there's a bit of like halo thing. Not halo, like bleeding thing. Yeah, it doesn't show us in material view. I don't know. I'll just finish the render now. Rendered once again. If I make so many options, it became too much to handle. Finished the shader node already, but when I added more features, it becomes hard for work, and now the features are too much to manage. Yeah, that's what I said. You need to separate it into its own shader instead of merging it into one Uber shader. That way it's easier to manage, and well, not just easier to manage, but also easier to use. Well, not really, but it makes the rig easier to handle, because with bigger shader it means more computation, so the rig is gonna be much slower just for that one shader. So it's best to keep it simple, so the rig becomes much faster, much more responsive, much easier to use with people with, you know, less computational power. That's what you did in a Tenner's smooth tone edit. Smooth tone, assets and edit. Yeah, on R4, right? Everything is on one single node. Yeah, I don't do that anymore. Instead, I just separate it into its own shader. That's why, as you can see on MCS3, there's iris base here, and next I will be working on iris gradient and iris texture. That's because instead of putting those different shader into one single iris shader, I separate it into different shader, so that when I need, I could just import and then replace the whatever shader I'm using. Yeah. Alright. Okay, one. I forgot what I'm doing now. Oh yeah. One more thing before I finish the rendering here. I want to add some highlight on the shoe here. Make sure it only hit the shoe. No, not this one. I think it's better keep it dark. But what about this one? Not too much, but enough for you can see the shoe here. Like so. Maybe reduce it a bit more. Make it subtle. There you go. Alright. Let's finish this. Well, it's not completely done because I will need to do the shadow render. Because in the reference here, there's a bit of shadow here. And I want to do like a fake shadow. Basically, I just need to render a shadow catcher that I can then edit in game. I mean, I've done it on the previous post-render experiment. So yeah. Yeah, it should make it a separate shader. It's much easier to manage that way. Wait, is it done? Ah, it's done. Alright, image, save as, pose off 3-1 because it's the third post-render experiment and first render, because usually do 3 renders for this post experiment. It's just the first post that I made. There's 2 more, but those are for another time. Right now, let's finish this. Whoa, it became blue. Why is it? Oh, it's because this. If I enable that, then you should use the scene lighting. Let's keep it like this for now. Save. And there you go. Now I can move to game. I'll add the shadow later. Right now I just need to import it to game first. Open with game. There you go. Open another project so I could copy the background. New layer. Move it down. There you go. Alright. I need to add the shadow. For that I need to first save this, because game like to crash sometime. Not that often, but better stay safe. What if I'm what I'm trying to do is adding like a circle highlight and make it controllable, but doing this in one node is pain. Yeah. All right. Next, we'll be working on the. Okay, should add another collection here. MC main promise. And then this gonna be called shadow catcher. Disable the light. Add a plane here. Move it down like this. Scale it to cover the whole scene. Enable render. Now I need to set this as shadow catcher. So the mesh itself is not visible, but it can still catch shadow. Then I'm gonna use not a spotlight, a sun lamp because it's easier. And now I just need to adjust the shadow. Okay, this is a lot more difficult. Shadow looks weird. Mainly because, well, as you can see, it's not completely. Well, I could cheat it like this. There you go. So the shadow is a lot more like flat there. Okay, the sun lamp doesn't look too good. So what if I use a spotlight instead? Make it super bright. Like so. This one should give me more control. What I really want is to follow this to have the shadow over here. But I don't know, is this be possible? I don't think it will be possible because of that. Or maybe I could cheat it as well. That would be cool. Actually, let's give it a try. There you go. Make it flat like so. There you go. Nice. Catch the shadow. Now I just need to adjust it. Like so. Okay. Gonna call this shadow catcher sun. And then this one gonna be spot or spotlight. So two different versions. Right. So this is the spotlight version. There's a bit of stray shadow there, but I think I could just easily edit this one out. Like this one is much worse, so maybe I could increase the angle. Ah, yes, increasing the angle helps eliminating the stray shadow. Robot radius. All right. Well, I think it's best if I keep it sharp for now. That way, I could adjust the blurring on game with caution blur or something like that. Never find out what the dungeon is. Dungeon. Ah, the vintage story. Yeah. I'll play vintage story on the next stream, and I will. Well, maybe I'll do a bit of preparation, but yeah, I will be going to the dungeon. Oh. All right. So this is the spotlight version, and this is the sun lamp version. I feel like the spotlight version is much better. Let's use this. All right. So I need to render image. Hytale is already released. Oh yeah, I remember the pre-order starts today. I don't know when it will start. I think maybe later tonight. Though Hytale won't be released. The early access won't be released until next year. I mean January 13th. So there's still time. Plus, Hytale is different from Vintage Story, and I will still play Vintage Story. It's just that right now I'm taking a bit of a break from the game because, well, just like Minecraft, I finally got the fatigue where I'm just don't know what else to do. I should do on the game. Oh wait! Ah, damn it! I'm an idiot. I forgot to show what I do here. Oh, the same mistake again. So yeah, I did this thing for the shadow catcher. So in case you don't know what I was doing there and wondering why it's just the game window there. So, yeah. Okay, the shadow is done. Image, save as. Shadow, save as. There we go. Right, now we can disable that. And we'll render this as well as a mask. Here we go. Save as. And that should be it, hopefully. Alright, now return to game again. Let's import. Let's start with the layer group. Then import layer, shadow. Then import layer, mask, erase, Oh, how about this? Instead of doing this, I need to add another layer group. Put this here. And then add a new layer. Now I can paint this layer. Okay, I need to be real close for this. Hold on. I need to check first. Yeah, this part I need to fix. To cut all of these like so. Just quickly do it like this. Set it to complete black. There you go. I can set this as erase. And there you go. Now there's still some stuff I need to remove. So let's paint some more. Make the shadow cleaner. Oops. There you go. This one I could just paint manually. There you go. Then I will need to paint the addition layer. For that, I need to add a new what is it? New layer. Put it up there. Okay, first thing first, the head. There you go. And then paint this. There you go. That area is filled. The next one will be this one. Paint that. There you go. That area is now paint. Oh wait, I need to add this one as well because paint that. There's a line here. I wonder where is this from? Maybe if I... There you go. That's fixed. Okay, I need to clean this one as well. Delete. There you go. Wait, what is this? It's because there's this black invisible layer there. That's why. Okay, I need to fix that, but later. For now, I need to patch up this side as well. So I need to put it here. Make sure there's the line. There you go. There you go. Now I just need to remove this. Delete that. Oh, no. The problem is this part right here. There's a dark shadow overlay. Maybe I could clean it up. Let's see. Hold on. What if I just use this? I have a bit of an idea here. Let's just apply everything. See how it look like. Merge layer groups. Merge down. Duplicate. Duplicate. There you go. Now the shadow is pure black. Now this should make it easier to select with this. Oh wait, I need to merge this first. No. Alright, this is not good. I will need to do the shadow again. Like it seems fine on the render here. See if I could fix it by make it even more bright. Like I want to make something, but it comes hard to make. I already finished it, but then I just made it harder for myself because I just want to make something from my mind. No, you know what? Kind of reminds me of me, where I know I should finish this, but then what if I add this? What if I add that? So the project just never fully completed because just keep adding stuff. Yes, exactly. I mean, that's also the reason why the Anthropheline and the rig module system is never added on MCS2, because I want to add those, but the reality is that I don't have that much time and I'm kind of burned out with the project, so I just want to finish it. So those features are not added. Only now that I finally finished the feature and should be yeah, so I finally finished it on for FCS3. Alright, I got the new shadow layer. Now let's give it another try here. New layer group. File, open as layer, shadow. Yeah, I still need to fix that, but at least now there's no the dark overlay here, so it should be easier for me to mask out. And for this time, I'm just gonna do the masking manually. New layer group. There you go. Okay, let's just outline the. Oh wait, why do I do it manually when I could just use the mask here? Okay, I just need to disable that. Select all of this. Selection, grow by, I don't know, 20. Yeah, that should be enough. And then I should put it on the new layer here. And then paint it like so. Set it to erase. And there you go. Well, I need to clean this one manually, but it's just as easy as so. Oh, wrong layer. There you go. And there you have it. Now I just need to fix this by adjusting this. All right, I need to remove this first. Make sure the edges are easy to read so I can easily selected. There we go. Alright, now new layer. Where is it? There we go, the lasso tool. There we go. Select all of these. Make sure it's aligned with this one. There we go. Now I just need to wrap around this. And there you go. Paint that. And ta-da! There you go. The finished shadow layer. I just need to adjust the opacity. Like so. Maybe 40. Well, technically, something like this would look good, but I wonder if I could, like, use a gradient as a mask. It would be interesting, but I need to save first. Hi, Emission. Welcome to the stream. I really need a new playlist. Same with me. I will need a new background music because this one is getting boring. Alright. Let's see. Need to make this full white. There we go. And now gradient, new layer group. Put it up here. Select this, move it here. Wait. No, I don't need this. But I need just a new regular layer. Put it on top of that. And then gonna paint a gradient. Linear, oh, not that. Let's see. I think it's linear. I don't know what those settings do. Right. Like so. Then we change this to erase. Alright, that's good, but wonder if we could. There we go. We make it transparent. Like so. Right, now we can set to erase, but not too strong. Nice. Now the last thing I need to add to improve the shadow here is a blur to fuzz up the edges here. Like so. There you go. What do you think? Does it look good? Looking good. Nice. Alright. Now I can start working on the character here. I want to adjust the exposure. 0.6. Just the contrast. Nope. Just the exposure. And then color saturation. Just a bit. 1.2. And I think that's it. It looks good. I mean, this is just what I want. Just a simple render of the character. And yeah. The only thing I need to do left is to add a watermark. I wonder why game just doesn't do it automatically anymore. Like if I select a font, it won't apply it. And it won't search here as well. That means I need to scroll all the way down to M. Minecraft bold. There you go. And there you go. The render is done. Let me open the reference here so you can see. Open with game. There you go. Here's the post reference. Here's the final result. What do you think? It looks the same like your other render lol. Well, that's the point. This is part of the same like render category, so I want to keep the style consistent. Like, let me open the my ArtStation here to show my other render. Okay, open the browser and then Explorer. Here you go. It was part of this render series, the post-off series, where I just took a character pose like this that I got from Pinterest and then recreated. So yeah, as you can see, the render is nothing interesting. It's quite simple. I mean, it's just simple lighting and like so. So yeah. Alrighty. And I think this one looks better compared to the other ones because of the shadow here. With this one, I just put the shadow layer as is. As you can see, it's really dark. Oh, wait, you can't see my... Oh, there you go. There's my cursor. As you can see here, the shadow layer is really dark. Same with this one. This one doesn't have any shadow layer. I really should have make it make it lighter. But yeah. Alright. Let's save this. And then file, export, render. Really shows up the model. Really cool. Cool. Yeah. Thanks. Alright. The last thing I need to do is to make the usual what is it? Wireframe render. And the avatar is lagging again. Right. Test. Alright. I don't know why, but the audio output on this is always delayed. So, well, it's not just delayed, it's also really weird here. Sometimes it's fine, sometimes it's like this. Maybe it's just the quirk with the virtual cable software. And also with the application here, because the voice metering is, well, a bit all over the place sometimes. I really want to switch to another software, but I just don't have the time to work on a new avatar just yet. I mean, this one is the old one that I made some time ago, so I really need to update it with the new character. Alright, the render is done. Nice. Now we go back to Blender. Here we go. Gonna reload this. Gonna set this viewport to object, so it show the whole object color here, which is white because that's the default. Enable this. Enable the wireframe. Alright. I want you to see the viewport result. So view, render, preview. Nice. Oh wait, I forgot. For this I need to change the view to standard and then disable all compositing. Now it should render properly, like so. There's a bit of this, but I don't think it's a matter. Image save as wire. Save as. Reload just in case. Just in case. There you go. I still have difficulty speaking English. Who is good at shader nodes? It's hard to make it switch from square to circle while make it controllable. I think you can use the menu switch now for switching stuff. And the good thing with menu switch is that it has enums, so you can have names instead of just numbers for the switch. I don't know. For who can make a good shader, I don't know any that is like really good at material at the server, unfortunately. Shader node doesn't have switch though. Oh, I think it has. My man be saying I'm not a modder and pulling out some best modder, I will see. Yeah. Well, I'm not like that great, but well, to be honest, I do quite good at some part, but I'm still not gonna call myself like the best. Is it only in 5.0? I think it's in 4.5 as well, but 5.0 will definitely have that. Let me open 5.0 here. Not 5.0. I'm already using 5.0. Let's see. Menu. There you go. Menu switch. There. You can change the data tab. The data type. Here you go. Then you can plug whatever you want here. Something like that. Then you can switch it with a menu. So you could have like this one, could rename it to something like square, and then this one circle. Then you can plug this into the node group input, so you can easily switch it like so. And you can even add more with this. New thing with 5.0 is that you can just plug a socket here and it will automatically add new socket. There's even the boolean here for if case scenario. But yeah, I haven't played around with this because most of my shaders is quite simple. But I might play around with this on future shader. So it's only on 5.0. Let me check 4.5. But I think yeah, it's only on 5.0. It's a new edition. Let me check first. Alright. I need to be an object. Oh yeah, it's only in 5.0, unfortunately. So yeah, to use menu switch in shader, you need Blender 5.0. Because in 4.5, you could only use it in geometry nodes. Alright, let's return to GIMP. File, open as layer, wire. There you go. Let's disable all this. Alright, for I adjust the color and stuff, I need to paint out this so it's much cleaner. Oh, wait, that's the wrong thing to paint. There you go. What I need to paint is this one. Okay, speaking of painting, the new Expedition 33 update is finally out. Unfortunately, I already deleted mine, so yeah, I will need to install it again if I want to play the new update. Though it isn't as much of a content, but still it's quite cool. There's a new area. It's an endgame area, so yeah, you need to reach endgame before you can get that. It gives you a new boss fight against SK's cousin, an evil one. Wait, I'm spoiling the DLC. But yeah, it's an interesting DLC. Plus, it also added a new version of optional Simon boss that is way more difficult. Like if you think the Simon boss was difficult, this one is cranked up to, I don't know, 900. Well, no, that's too exaggerated. 11, yeah. It's the same boss, but the attack is much more randomized and it has more attacks. Basically, if you're not skilled with parrying, yeah, don't try fighting that boss. You're just gonna get slapped over and over and over again. There you go. This one needs to be refined here. There you go. And then a bit more here. Oops, need to change the color. And there you go. The wireframe is much cleaner now. I can... Oh, need to disable that. Now I can adjust the exposure. Set it to 0.9. 0.015. And there you go. There's the wireframe render. Maybe adjust the exposure a bit. It's too bright. 0.75. This one can be 0.01. And yeah, there you go. Now I just need to export this wireframe. Export. Save. And there you have it. The first render for the new Post Off series. Now this is just the first render. As I said before, the next render that I want to make is this one. Let's see if I can recreate the pose here. And then the last one will be this one. And this one will be interesting because there's this big shadow area here. Let's see if I can recreate this. Maybe not completely like this, where it's just completely covering the whole thing, but maybe I can like make the shadow really big and it covers this area, but still have some detail. We'll see. This one is for future project. But right now, this is the result for the first render, and it's quite good. All right, it's 8:49 currently. I could continue, but to be honest, I don't really know what else to do. Tonight I was just planning to do this single render to finish this render, and I finished it. So I don't know what else to do. So I guess I could end the stream here. And besides, tomorrow I still have that theater assignment to finish, so I better get some rest. So yeah, as usual, I'll do stream on Tuesday and Thursday. And yeah, that's about it. Anyway, thank you so much for joining this stream. And I'll see you again later. Bye. Yeah, let me just finish this. Where's the overlay? Alright, already. Well, see you later. Also, since I'm free from like study and stuff, maybe I could finally work on more projects, but I will need to plan that out first, because I know if I don't plan out projects, I just procrastinate. So yeah.